Erling Haaland, Kylian Mbappe and Victor Osimhen are worth huge amounts of money and are playing for extremely large clubs. But there's a hidden generation of near-elite goal scorers about to step up, and while you might not know them already, you will soon. First on our list is Mateo Roggi. He's a 24-year-old Italian international who was born in Argentina, but who received his first caps off the back of a highly impressive loan spell at Tigres. Over the summer though, he completed a permanent transfer to Serie A, leaving parent club Boca Juniors for Genoa. Roggi is a pure goalscorer. He's actually been compared to Gabriel Batistuta, not unreasonably because he does play with a lot of power, and unlike many modern forwards, he is singularly focused on scoring goals. The Athletic's Jack Lang wrote a profile in July of 2023. Roggi, he said, clobbers shots with such violence that you wonder what the goal net did to offend him. He doesn't head the ball, he headbutts it. He is always shooting. And he's often scoring too. How he performs in a major European league remains to be seen, but he scored in his international debut for Italy against England and shows no sign of being awed by the higher level. Gift Orban has experienced a very quick rise. He moved from Nigerian amateur football to Stabæk in 2021, playing initially in the Norwegian First Division, which is the country's second tier. His 16 goals earned them a promotion and him a move, this time to Ghent in the Belgian Pro League. He joined mid-season but ended the campaign with a remarkable 15 goals in 16 games. Now, Orban isn't physically imposing. He's got a low centre of gravity and the technical ability to shift direction sharply and evade defenders. He's also an instinctive penalty box forward whose goals depend on anticipation and smart positioning. And he's a record holder too. His hat-trick against Istanbul Başakşehir in the Europa Conference League, timed at 3 minutes and 25 seconds, is the quickest in UEFA club competition history. Santos' Marcos Leonardo was one of the standout players in the Under-20 World Cup held in the summer of 2023. His Brazil were eliminated in the quarter-finals, but he scored 4 in 5 of the games he took part in and was the tournament's second top scorer. He bears more than a passing resemblance to another Brazilian forward too, Hulk. He too is stocky and very left-footed and combines power with trickery to score goals and create attacking opportunities. Still just 20, he's in the middle of his second season as a regular starter for Santos. He scored 13 times in 34 games during his first and is currently scoring at more than a goal every 2 games in his second, while typically playing as a lone forward in a 4-2-3-1. Karim Canate comes from an illustrious background. He was raised in the academy system at ASEC Mimosas in the Ivory Coast, which counts the Touré brothers, Gervinho and Odilon Kasunu among its alumni. He joined RB Salzburg in 2022, but spent much of his first season on loan at Liefering, part of the Red Bull network. 15 goals in 18 games proved that he was much too good for the second Austrian league, and Canate quickly bounced back to the parent club. He is another dynamic but widely talented player. According to a 2022 Guardian profile, he grew up idolising Karim Benzema, and there are traces of that influence in the breadth of his game. He's two-footed, is formidable in the air, and also a threat from both close range and distance. He's shown during his time in Austria that he's also capable of playing in the wide channels, so much so that he might have a future as a wide forward instead of as a pure 9. Canate made his international debut for Côte d'Ivoire when he was just 16, and now playing for RB Salzburg in the Austrian Bundesliga, he began the current season by scoring 3 times in his first 3 games. Now, perhaps one of the unluckiest players this summer was Matthias Tell. While Sadio Mane's departure and Eric Choupo-Moting's advancing years seemed to afford him a real opportunity at Bayern Munich, Harry Kane's arrival in 2023 quickly shut many of those same doors. Kane's going to start. But Tell is a remarkable talent, perhaps even the most gifted player on this list. He scored 5 Bundesliga goals last season, despite playing fewer than 400 minutes. But the other areas of his game are what allow him to stand out. He's a superb carrier of the ball, a willing presser, and at just 18 and 6 foot, he's already filling out to be a truly complete centre-forward. He's another who's strong with both feet, but he's also incredibly stylish on the ball. The data charting his performance is skewed by Bayern's strength and his lack of game time last season, but given the right opportunities in the future, there's no reason why he too cannot one day be a £100 million player. Next, Brighton's Evan Ferguson has already made a name for himself in the Premier League. The Republic of Ireland international is physical and skillful and scored 6 times from just 10 starts in 22-23. but he's already the focus of interest from major clubs, and that's not really the purpose of this list. Folarin Balogun falls into the same category. So does Leverkusen's Victor Boniface, and RB Leipzig pair, Luis Openda and Benjamin Sesko. All three are excellent players and will score goals for many years to come, but they've all achieved a certain level of prominence already. Instead, the last place on our list goes to Terem Moffi, who at 24 is proving to be a late bloomer. Moffi joined Nice from Lorient midway through the 22-23 season, and combined, scored 18 Liga goals from 32 starts. He's a left-footed Nigerian international and has a running and playing style which isn't so different from Erling Haaland. He's not the smoothest dribbler, but he's an accomplished passer and, like so many on this list, an interesting hybrid of skill and strength. Added to his goals, it makes him worth watching, but also inevitably someone who will become more prominent in European football in the coming years. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. The Athletic is home to some of the world's best sports journalists, including journalists dedicated to each Premier League team, so every fan gets the coverage they deserve, not just the big clubs. And you can try it for free now for 30 days. See the link in the description.